in today's video, what we're going to be talking about is a very controversial subject, which is the subject of cross-console play on Grand Theft Auto. So, is cross-console play going to be a thing on Grand Theft Auto 6? And do you think it'll ever be a thing on Grand Theft Auto 5? Well, let's go into what exactly is going on here and why it's not cross-console yet, because if we just go ahead and look at some of the other AAA gaming companies out there, we could look at something like Call of Duty, cross-console. We could look at something like Fortnite. Oh, there's cross-console. Apex Legends, cross-console. Anything else that you guys can think of that would be a AAA game these days offers the ability of either playing cross-console, or usually you have this little button that you can click somewhere within the settings maybe, to where you have the ability of not playing cross-console, to where you're only playing with the same console that you're playing on, whether that's like PC or whether that is Xbox or PlayStation. So for many years now, many moons, too many moons I can count. I'd have to Google it on how many moons exactly it is, but I know for a fact Grand Theft Auto 5 has never seen anything but what is called peer-to-peer gaming. So let's go ahead and break that down for us for a second. What is peer-to-peer gaming? It's some of the worst and some of the oldest, as a matter of fact, and it's some of the laziest type of gaming. So peer-to-peer gaming is, just imagine this, because this is exactly how it goes down. So I'm playing Grand Theft Auto, and I'm on, let's just say, PlayStation, and I start up a session, and that's a brand new session that nobody's been to yet, okay? Like a public session, and then all of a sudden, people start coming in. I'm inviting some of my friends, and then we just get some random people on there. Well, everybody is feeding off of my connection. So you can just imagine that. And this is for every console. This is for Xbox, this is for PlayStation, and this is for PC, because it's not cross-console, it's peer-to-peer. So what does that mean? That means that Rockstar isn't necessarily paying for servers for us to play on, are they? No, they're not. Now, here's a really bad thing that happens with peer-to-peer gaming, which I would advise anybody that plays Grand Theft Auto 5 to get yourself a VPN. Why? Because anybody can grab your IP address, and if you don't know what somebody can do with an IP address, they could do a lot potentially. And here's something that I've been threatened with, that seems, and lots of other players, depending on what console you're on, no, every console, doesn't matter, is players getting threatened for the last 10 years from other players, like saying, I'm gonna DDoS you, like, cause that's what you got the video game for, just to go be toxic to other players instead of trying to do like what the game wants you to do. Make friends and have good experiences as you're going along through the game, not necessarily to bring out the dark side in everybody, which a lot of games these days seems it does. Like, everybody's hitting below the bottom ground zero here, okay? They have gone below than the lower belt can hit on this one, I think. Just go into any GTA, or I would say Call of Duty, or like Fortnite. Dude, people cuss at each other. They call themselves very racist words and other things like that. And the community itself is just toxic, but you can't help that. Why? Because that's just humans in general being competitive and, you know, putting the smack talk down on it. So yeah, you guys, we've always been running this peer-to-peer, you know, and I would just say this too. So let's switch gears here and talk about what would actually happen in Grand Theft Auto 5 if they just decided to go ahead and do cross-console play. Xbox players, PlayStation players, PC players, everybody's playing together, unless you click that little button, of course, that allows you not to play with other players, like on Xbox or PC if you're a PlayStation player. But potentially what's going to happen here is the PC players are going to come through and they're going to do one of two things, okay? They're going to grief console players to the extent to where console players are going to bitch so much to Rockstar, and the fact that the PC players will be giving everybody trillions and trillions of dollars. Just literally. This is why anybody that ever buys a modded account, you're not very smart, because you could literally just go play the game on PC and be a billionaire and not have to buy any of that stuff. These are just things that happen on PC all the time. Seriously, which is why PC is the better way to go when it comes to gaming. Don't believe me? Go look at the statistics, okay? PC is up on top when it comes to gaming. Below that, PlayStation, and then below that, sadly, it's Xbox, and then below that, who even cares, right? So this is my point right here. those are the two things that would probably start happening. And then the console players, like all of the console players, and as a matter of fact, right now, you could ask any console player, hey, would you like for there to be cross-console and PC players coming over here? Every console player would be like, no, that's a bad idea because they're going to start yeah, because we're peer-to-peer, okay? They don't have their own servers that they can monitor all this stuff and stop the cheating, just like Activision does with Call of Duty, or just like Fortnite does with Fortnite, or just like Apex Legends does with Apex Legends, making it their own servers. Also, doing the most minor thing is protecting your IP address, which at all times during Grand Theft Auto's adventure, anybody can get your IP address. They could go to some website and probably start, you know, interfering with your internet connection, making you lose connection to that session, potentially kicking you offline for hours. Who knows? But there are definite assholes out there that love to do these types of things because they're mental. They're mental and they need medication, but they are refusing to get it. And it's sad that the rest of us don't get to step in and help them get their medication somehow. You know, maybe which is the beating in the face, even if that's required. So from there, you guys, yeah, cross-console for GTA 5, probably never gonna happen, but you know, there's probably more of a demand for GTA 6, and is GTA 6 going to be cross-console? Well, if it ever is going to be cross-console, they're going to have to get the lid on what's going on there on PC with all the modding that's happening, because you could just literally just go into a modded Grand Theft Auto session, and like, if you guys have ever played any type of public session for long enough on PC, you're gonna run into some modders, most definitely. If not somebody that's modded certain vehicles into the map, or modded the map itself, or modded people money or something like that. These are things that just happen like all the time. I've had people like just basically give me millions upon billions of dollars there over on PC, and then also it's pretty toxic over there, so if you don't have a mod menu, you know, which is also something I would totally steer clear of, because it's the same thing with buying a modded account, okay? These people are taking your information and they're using it against you, and you're like, well, nothing's happening. Well, they have like, basically, if you did it with a credit card, they have like all your personal information at that time. What can you do with someone's personal information and their credit card information? You can do a lot. You could do a lot. You could get somebody swatted potentially, and there's people that have been swatted and murdered during these swatting. Or besides the fact of just stealing your information and selling it to some third party, who knows what they're gonna do with it at that point, and things like that from these hackers and these toxic people out there that persist on continuing on with their mental disease instead of getting help and you know, contributing to society instead of working against it, I would say. So yeah, maybe Grand Theft Auto 6 would be seeing something like some cross-console, but once again, we're gonna have to see a huge change on Rockstar's part, to where they're gonna have to be actually getting their own servers, protecting other players' IP addresses, which is a very toxic thing. They've known about this for years, but they're taking the cheap end of the road here, which they are a multi-billion-dollar gaming company at this time. But let's remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is a company looking on nothing but making profits. They don't care about you. They don't care about the game. They just care about the one and only thing that they're really after, and that's profits, because they need to see that. Every business needs to see that. So my main point being here is, if Grand Theft Auto 6 does become cross-console and Rockstar decides to divvy up the money to actually getting their own servers to where they can monitor all of the cheating and, you know, handle it from there, just like all the other AAA gaming companies do at this time with their billions of dollars, instead of stuffing it down into their pockets, maybe helping the players out too by hiding their IP addresses so you don't have all this threatening that's going on for the last 10 years. I don't know, but anyways, see what your guys' thoughts are on the whole crossplay thing. I know that people don't want to see it, but once again, if it would happen, it would make Rockstar get off of their lazy asses and fix Grand Theft Auto and like actually get their own servers to where people can't just go in there and easily do modding and cheating, just like every other AAA gaming has implemented into their games, even though, yeah, some stuff does fly, I'm sure, but, you know, they're trying to do their best to stay on top of it, I'm sure, with the minimal amount of cost being put out on top of that. But you know, from there, once again, you guys, should Grand Theft Auto 6 be cross-console? Because that's really the question here. And I would love to hear your guys' thoughts down in the comment sections below. But if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button on the way out. Think about subscribing, of course, if you guys are new here to the channel so you don't miss out on daily Grand Theft Auto 5 online videos. Go check out the channel because we got over 1,000 videos that I've made. And I know one of them will interest you at least, so maybe thumb through some of those. But from there, you guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. My name is GRAVESIGHT. Pretty sure I'm a green alien by now, and I'm out of here, so peace.